speaking of, do you guys all see the nameplates on
I
everything?
I see it only on the ship. I don't see it on the gates or the planet or the space station or the Independence.
Okay, let me.
Ditto.
Quick visibility thing and easily fixed.
Yep, the visibility stuff is because it's
Pain in
always.
the ass. I've been I've been dealing with that.
Well, they also just changed it, so it looks all different too.
Yeah.
Super.
All right, so they should be popping up.
Ah, look at that.
All right, when everything has one, somebody say you're done.
One more.
One more.
Cool.
You're done.
Great. Bam. So those parts
Very
are
cool.
somewhere out here. So if somebody would like to start off the game, we need somebody to swear an iron vow for the group.
I will.
And whoever's rolling it gets to roll heart.
Well,
I will find a path as a navigator to the Independence.
Now, we all put that down, like find the independence or find the.
It is a shared vow, so it goes on the group sheet in the Wayfinder character sheet.
Gotcha.
now is this like supposed to be a big super? Because this seems like it's going to be a shorter thing, so it's not like a big epic.
Oh no, it is merely a troublesome.
Ah, gotcha.
It is
Cool.
merely troublesome. Because
Merely.
we want to, yeah, we just, I just want to get you guys like used to doing the parts of the game,
Gotcha.
I suppose we could do that.
and then we get to do the rest of the game. So Dave, it sounded like you wanted to roll to swear the Iron Vow.
I guess so. Yes.
You are certainly
What-
the best equipped to
so
do
I am-
so.
I have heart. That's my thing.
Yep. So
Um,
go ahead and click the heart
And
on
for-
your, and
click my
if you,
heart.
yep, on your character sheet. And
Yeah. Oh,
I
no.
don't feel as though you have anything that is going to assist you.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong. I'm like, where the hell did heart go? I don't see it. Oh, that's the Wayfinder's sheet.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see anything in my abilities that helps me on swearing an iron vow, at least as of yet.
Other than the
So
fact
I
you have a
guess
heart
I-
of 3, which is a lot. So
You have a heart of 3, and you also have devoted, which boosts your heart, but not for this roll.
Right.
It's when you face danger or secure an advantage.
Yeah.
However, later, if you pick up the second bonus on that one, it does give you benefits on swearing iron vows.
I saw that. Yeah. Well, definitely be keeping that in mind as I pursue my my spiritual path. Okay, I'm going to click on heart. No modifier.
All right.
nice.
A weak hit.
Yep. So on a weak hit, you are determined, but begin your quest with more questions than answers. Dave, since you rolled, you take +1 momentum.
Ooh. Okay.
So your momentum should be up to +3.
Dave, you get
Okay.
why it's a weak hit.
Yes, because my die roll was ahead of one of the challenge dice, but not the other.
Jeez.
Is that right?
That is correct.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Woo!
Hey, I got that one right too.
So
Sweet.
you know that the Independence is somewhere out in this is out adrift somewhere in this sector of space out here. You're not quite sure where though. So it's gonna take some digging around to find it.
Okay.
So digging around before we leave, or digging around.
You can try to gather a little bit of information and see if that might help you, or you can just go out and explore that sector of space, in which case we're going to undertake an expedition.
We can gather information, yeah. Cortex will put out a call to his space trucker brethren and ask, what do you got, folks?
Okay. Well,
I like that.
definitely sounds like something that would help. Can you give me a gather information roll, which is a... Yeah. All right. So you put out your call to your buddies about this, and basically...
Sorry, I didn't check those off.
Sorry, that was just Dave and I checking
Yep.
boxes.
All right. So you got a weak hit, so you're getting some new insights, but also some complications. And that is that when your buddies give you a holler back, it's going to be that, yeah, this thing was left adrift. It should be super easy to track.
Because it's leaking.
Because the reactor is leaking.
Super.
Yep. So, with that information, it is going to be very easy to find it now. And you also take some momentum, Bill.
Kind of wish it was a little bit less easy to find and a little bit less radioactive.
All right. So, do you guys want to do anything else before you set out?
Can I stock up on anti-radiation pills?
Yes, you can, actually. That would be securing yourself an advantage.
Ooh.
Are you saying this more as like, you going into the space yards and kind of being like, come on guys, I need all this stuff for my crew? Or is this more of like, you kind of like knowing what requisitions to put in and,
Well,
that stuff?
I'm thinking because of my healer that would give me, the knowledge of what it is that I needed. So, not sure how that translates into the various.
Yeah, if that's what you want to, if that's what you're thinking, that would be a wits roll.
Oh, can we do something else?
Well, you're
Yes.
you're leveraging expertise. That's
Yep.
wits.
You could also perhaps, lean on, lean on some contacts that you have at the base to just be like, look guys, we need this stuff. Or perhaps you just go in and like steal it when no one's looking. Who knows?
Okay, so Shadow would be stealing it. Iron would be leaning on.
Actually, Heart would be leaning on people.
On friendly people. I guess you could lean on people. That would.
Oh yeah, no, like you could definitely put your you could basically threaten your way into getting it. It's just like, no. Wayfinder 4 doesn't need it. They're going very far away from radiation.
Yeah, I think I'll use the heart side of it to try and use my personality rather than my wits.
All right.
So I will lean over the counter and try and talk them into giving us what I want.
All right. So go ahead and give me that heart.
That's not fair. 2
What's that?
tens.
Oh,
Yowzers.
oh, Lord D, that's not great.
Well,
I did this once. Welcome to Ironsworn. Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
if it's
double.
yeah.
Doesn't that do something?
Yes,
for
it
me?
does.
Oh, yeah.
It makes it
No,
even
it
worse.
It is hard. Yeah. Yes, it does. However,
You get to mark XP.
yeah,
No.
you do get to mark on your failure track. So if you click on the first box there, you want to just give it the dash. And that's
Okay,
one.
okay.
That's one mark.
You've begun learning from pain. Good job.
Yep. It is fun times. There is there is a way that you get two. How is that?
Is it from rolling double tens? Because it feels like that would be a special learning experience.
Nope, it's on progress moves.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose because you don't get to use momentum on that to help out at all or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm gonna.
So tell me about the one that just got rolled.
Was that Bill playing with something?
I'm just testing something. It's fine. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
What
Sounded like maybe something that Margie needed to roll, but
when you get enough stuff on your failure track, you roll your failure track against a couple of d10s, and if the d10s are lower than your total number of filled-in boxes on your failure track, you get XP.
You learn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise, you keep learning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you do keep learning. However,
So obviously, I definitely took the wrong approach with the wrong guy in this situation.
oh yeah,
He proposes marriage. No.
you're hot.
Actually, what would happen? Yeah, if he hits on me, I'll probably smack him. So that's probably.
We've turned into a
likely.
the situation becomes one where you're using physical violence.
yeah. In fact, yes. So as you're starting to ask all of this, just like trying to be like, oh come on, I really need this stuff. This is really gonna help my crew. The guy just sort of like leans over like one elbow, and you kind of see his eyes just kind of like go wide and puppy dog, and it's just like, oh, you just seem such like a nice person, you know. You know what? I can probably get that stuff together for you. I, you know what? My shift is over at 4. If you want to meet me down at the cantina, I can totally get those things for you.
Right. So, first response, what a dick. Second response, how much do I really need this? Third response, well, I can always dump him at the cantina and be gone, and I'm going to be out in space for a while. So, third response, call one of my brothers and tell them that I might need an exit from the cantina. I think it's important to get these. So I am willing to play the game, but if it goes anywhere, he's going to get a fist someplace he doesn't want it. Feral fist.
There's like the fast forward thing where you see all the little bits of the socialization, and the whole scene ends with like his hand like slapping onto her thigh, and then the camera, like the Sam Raimi camera zoom on his leering face, and then the Sam Raimi, and then the Sam Raimi zoom, yeah,
that leering face.
and then the Sam Raimi zoom on her fist, and the fist being made in that with that sound effect where you can hear the tendons creaking. Yeah. Jeez. I just picture all that in my like. I love that as like a
Either that or Dave and I at James's request. The last movie we watched together was Undercover Blues, and there's a scene in there where like they're all in a bar and the guys are harassing Morty, and finally he can't take it anymore and he just takes the guy's head, slams it down onto the bar, including the glass that the guy is holding. It's like face into hand, glass, bar, you name it. That's where it went.
See, I was thinking more that he puts his hand on your thigh, and the next thing you see is the twist of the wrist as the leering expression turns into ah.
A little too subtle.
Yeah.
I think it's more like this.
Okay.
Big punchy. I like that idea of her coming back to the.
Maybe a slight clearing of her throat, giving him a 3-second opportunity to correct his ways.
So, I just want to fast forward to the bad stuff.
That sounds good.
Right.
So, a couple hours later, Colton, after his shift, meets you at the cantina, and he is just like, talking you up. He's just like, oh yeah, we'll go get the the medicine in a little bit, and he just wants to tell you all about his day and everything he's done, and as he's going on, and
at his place, I'll just like, yeah, okay.
well, it's around this point as you start like piecing together all the parts of the thing he's telling you. Yeah, Colton is stealing from the yards, and he's kind of bragging about it to you.
Ah.
Like, not even a little. Like, this is a guy who's like, everybody has to like live in a like 6x6 box sort of deal. Like,
Right.
you barely have anything. This guy is living out of has commandeered himself like a section of the warehouse that he's living out of. He basically pulls whatever food he wants. He takes hot showers every day. He is just like, not, in comparison to what you've put up with in the last 6 months, this guy is living the high life.
Now, to be fair, is he offering to share one of those hot showers with her?
Probably only with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I have way too many bad scenes from the girl with the dragon tattoo flowing through my head.
Or
None of them
perfectly
ending,
good
none of
scenes.
them ending well for Colton.
What's that?
Oh, I said I had too many scenes from the girl with the dragon tattoo flashing through my head. None of them ending well for Colton.
All right. So as Colton is explaining all this to Nails, what you gonna do?
Looking for ideas. There's the moves column in the journal.
That's it. You could write this out. You could turn this new information to your own benefit.
Make an example of him.
Yeah, or you could just slam his head into the cantina table. All these are perfectly valid options.
I will do a couple of things. One is at some point I'd like to turn something on that records. Do I have some sort of equipment that would allow me to do that? And can I do that here? Or do I have to like excuse myself to the little girl's room to get that set up and come back?
Yeah, you can do that probably with no issue.
Okay. I will let him go on for another 5 minutes of implicating himself. And then I will say something to the effect of, "How dare you? I'm not that kind of girl," and slam his face into the thing and file a complaint against him, and then have the recording dropped off too.
We're gonna have a nice enemy every time we come home.
Yep.
We just pissed off Badger in the episode 1.
Yeah, we did.
And that hardly ever goes wrong.
Yeah.
I did.
You did.
And this guy's the
I
supply
pressed
guy.
assault charges on Badger and exposed at least one of his petty crimes.
Yeah.
Hey, but I feel better.
Good.
Yeah. So, you come back to Wayfinder with a box full of radiation medication
Oh,
and
Jesus.
a fun story.
When you roll double tens and the GM gives you what you want anyway, you done fucked up. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sure I did. All in character.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. I'm almost terrified, but Earl was also going to secure an advantage as well. Hopefully mine's a little bit straightforward, more straightforward. I got a fella, Sandy, and he's more of a data specialist and kind of a buff a buff when it comes to old technology. He's the kind of guy that keeps in a different day and age would have like models of World War II airplanes and battleships and that kind of thing. And I want to see if he's got himself a layout blueprint of the same model, the make and model of the ship that what was the name of this thing? The ship was supposed to be
The
Independence.
the Independence. Most of those kinds of ships they made more than one. The Independence pretty well known once upon a time. I want to see if he's got himself like a layout, some kind of thing, so we know where the hell we're going to be going when we're in there. Something I can look over. I'm not trying to take anything from the fellow. I just want to look at it, look it over, get a good sense of the blueprints, get a good idea where we need to be.
All right.
So I'm trying to secure an advantage with wits. With my.
That definitely sounds like something. It also sounds like you're giving focus to an existing relationship.
That is also true. I feel like
Um,
that's a connection move.
Would you like to make a connection with your friend Sandy here?
I sure wouldn't turn it down. Yeah, Sandy.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll me heart. And now you've got me speaking in my natural accent.
Well, I was gonna say that's gonna. Where? Oh,
I hate growing up in Arkansas.
Where do I hit the roll at?
It's you actually click
Hit
on the
the
number.
Click on the whole box.
I click on the whole wits box
Yeah.
or heart in this case.
Heart box.
I click.
So you're
wait.
on the summary.
Hang on. Never mind. I see it now. I was in edit mode. That was
That's opposed to being on the. Yeah.
where I could actually
you
click
have to hit the apply button.
Yeah, I was editing because my numbers weren't right. So heart. All right.
Hit me in the heart box.
Sandy, my old buddy, how we doing? How are we doing? We are. Oh shit, Sandy, I forgot I owed that son of a bitch money.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you owe him money.
Sandy,
you don't make a connection, the situation worsens.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Is it money or is it his sister there?
You know what? Let's find out which is worse for you here. It's definitely the money.
Okay. Is it gonna cost me supply or something? Cost us supply?
I there's no getting out of this one.
Yeah, I don't imagine.
He's gonna need that paid in full because you may not come back from this. And
yeah, when I mentioned that I were heading to the heading to the ship, that kind of thing. Well, I'm scrambling to explain my desperation and everything. And he's like, "Well, you ain't coming back, so you're definitely gonna pay."
Yeah. I will say this is probably only a minor loss. So that is sacrifice resources. So that is going to be drop that down by 1.
So that hits our supply already. I mean, technically that's my cut of the pay. I mean, I'm good for it. We'll recover that probably. Can I still get a look at the map? I mean, it's good for business. I'll bring you something back.
You're gonna have to talk him into this at this point because he is not a happy camper.
God. This is why I don't like being on planets. Shit just gets complicated so quickly. I like space. There's no people in. All right.
So
Is that a
so-
adventure move? What am I looking for?
Yeah.
Compel?
yeah, this is going to be compel. So you're trying to
Charm, persuade, encourage, or barter. Sandy, now listen. We're square. All I want to do is look at the hologram. For Christ, just have pity. Is he gonna have any pity? Let's find out. Bloop. God, you freaking. Hey, Margie, I got more failure track mark than you do. This
Wow.
is.
Maybe
yeah.
we should get off the space station.
I don't like.
They refuse or make a demand which costs you greatly.
I don't.
Pay the price.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
So yeah,
They refuse. Well, they can refuse. I mean, that's.
they can certainly refuse.
I got.
So here are your two offers here.
I have a third one
One-
if this isn't one of the ones I'm thinking of, but keep going.
One is he is going to basically, before you ship out, get as much work out of you as possible. He's going to run you ragged. This is going to drop your momentum quite a bit.
Yeah, okay. I'm open to that.
Or he's just going to say no.
So if Earl lets him work his ass off,
The whole benefit of me coming to like the whole point
that
of this
means
is
he'll say yes.
He will say yes.
if it works my ass off ahead of time because he doesn't believe I'm going to be coming back from this anyway. Let me look at one thing here.
Do you want to do 3 days worth of work in one afternoon?
Well, I don't know that no, see, I am a planner. I plan so I don't have to do anything right now and I do it all later. Much late. Well, right now, less well than you might think.
I would like to see you come back, Earl. I just don't believe it.
The other thing I was thinking, and I don't know if he's interested in this, me feeling so bad about how this is going, the fact that I had to already dip into the ship funds and everything like that hits my spirit. But because the momentum thing is almost like the whole point of me is secure an advantage. I'm going to end up zeroed out on this whole thing when it's all said and done, assuming I roll well.
Well, you'll have the mechanical benefit of that. You will also have the narrative benefit.
That is an excellent point. Thank you for pointing that out because I sometimes forget that kind of thing. That's a good point.
You'll have the narrative benefit of actually knowing where everything is. Or at least approximately where everything was before this thing was left out adrift 100 years ago.
Fix and then empty his sump pump, which is a very foul leak. I'm gonna need a shower. I'm gonna need a shower after this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Dales knows someone who has hot showers.
How much momentum is this gonna hit me for?
This is gonna be a serious hit. You're gonna lose 2.
Okay, that puts me at 0.
That's gonna put you down 0.
Yep. All right. When that's all said and done, after I am never going to get the smell out of my hands.
But just think when we're back at the station next time, you'll be all square with him, and so we may need him again later.
What a mighty tale I will have to tell. I still haven't built
I'm sure the radiation will scour your hands nicely.
It does tend to take the top couple of layers off. All right, I am going to try to secure an advantage.
When it all falls out.
I am going to try to secure an advantage. The dice gods have been laughing at me, but I'm going to take one more shot at this thing and see if I actually learn anything of any use out of this thing.
Looking over the map and everything.
Looking over the map, and we're getting there for parts. So I'm looking at, making sure I have a good idea of the layout of where the stuff's most likely to be stored and or installed if we're taking this thing out piece by piece, because I do have. Now, I'm just going to look real quick. I don't. Where? Hang on. Figuring out my character sheet. All right, scavenger. When you gather information, no, secure an advantage, or gather information or resupply by scavenging. Gather information is a different thing, not securing an advantage. Never mind. It is not the same thing, so it doesn't apply in this case. All right, so back to the stats. Hit my thing. Roll the wits. Is it wits? It's wits.
Yeah, if you're using expertise. Here.
Expertise, focus, or observation. In this case, that would probably be my guy. So I'm going to do that and see what the. Are you flipping kidding me? What, Earl?
A 4, a 3, and a 3.
It isn't even a 4. It's a 3, a 3, and a 10. I got.
No, I was looking
my rolls.
What you actually,
Yeah, and I have +2s on this. I'm getting destroyed. I rolled a 1, a 1, and a 2 on the
we were
dice.
playing with Mary
Wow.
on Saturday, and her first 3 rolls were either 1s or 2s.
Well, my dice, the dice gods owe me a few, but
Now I know why you're going through Ferros Gate. You're cursed at Demeter. So
here's
I
go ahead.
I have some bad news for you, Earl.
Do you?
When you gave Sandy the registration information,
Yeah.
you typoed it, and this is the wrong year
It's
model.
wrong.
So yeah, you're stressing out over that. All that, and it's all for naught.
So I did all this work, and he pulled up the thing, got it all out.
Uh-huh.
No, I love this because I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, this isn't right. I said, I'm looking at it, I'm looking at my notes, looking at the thing. So just so we're sitting right here and everything, you got this already pulled up. Have you got the Mark 8 Imperial, not the Mark, or sorry, the Mark 5 Imperial? And since we're already looking at the Mark 3 Imperator, have you got the? No, I don't even have that one. No, I was just curious. Son of a bitch! No, as I'm walking outside. So is that a spirit hit, or am I just stressed?
Yeah.
Yep.
That is so that is, we'll say 1 spirit.
Okay. Duly noted.
And now you can choose to roll spirit or heart, if you would like.
For dealing with the hit.
Yeah, you might be able to shake it off.
All right, I'm gonna roll my spirit. Do I roll with the 4 or roll with the 5?
You roll with the 4.
Okay. Rolling. Oh, thank God Almighty! I got 1 hit.
All right.
Look at that, solid 10.
You can choose to
strong
shake
hit.
it. Yep, there's a strong hit finally. You can choose to shake it off and get back your spirit, or you can just embrace the darkness of your feelings and get 1 momentum. I'll leave that up to you.
You go ahead. I'm gonna think about that for a hot second. Move along.
Right.
I swear, guys, I thought that was going to be 1 roll. It did not end up being 1 roll.
But it was quick.
It was quick, and bang, bang, bang. So off we go.
Yep. So is there anything else you guys want to handle, since we now have some coordinates out to where the Independence should be?
I don't think we dare roll anything right now.
I'll take the momentum, Mike. Well, you got to get out from underneath of it somehow. We just got to churn up all the bad dice as fast as we can. You are all welcome, by the way, because clearly I just ground through a layer of rust. So, God dang.
I think we just need to rely on Bill and Dave for the rest of the night.
Bill's dice are always hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh.
Who's doing? So are we doing this as a journey, or what how are we doing it?
Well,
is it an expedition?
So if you guys hadn't known where it was and you had to go find it out, it would have been an expedition. If you had to go through some perilous space, it would be setting a course. If there was some hazards or some peril along the
Gotcha.
way. This is none of that. So you just go.
With rad drugs and a completely useless mental blueprint of the place.
Yeah, you know 3 models difference.
Yeah.
What the floor plan would look like. You're not sure what all
Excellent.
changes. You don't know what changes they made in those 3 models, but you know at least what it's based on.
Well, when I get there, I might be able to make heads or tails of it once I get it, or even get a look at the hull. Honestly, that'll tell me a bunch. So I got to AFK for just 1 second.
Yeah. So yeah, anything else, or are we ready to just head out?
Can we do some extra work on the shuttle and or our spacesuits for radiation protection?
You know what? That is a good plan. I would say if you can either secure an advantage or maybe check your gear, then you should be able to make the modifications to your spacesuits needed, where you don't have to worry about the radiation. You'll still have to like decontaminate after you go in and come back out, but less problems overall.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I will check my gear.
Check your gear.
Or check all of our gear.
All right, so that is a weak hit. So you are able to put it together. However, you're either going to have to, use up a significant amount of resources and lose a supply, or it takes you a really long time and you're going to lose 2 momentum.
I will choose to lose momentum.
All right, so knock yourself down 2 momentum. And now you've got yourself some rad shielded suits.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, you had mentioned something about securing an advantage related to that, but I think what he did though took care of that instead.
Yeah, I said either
check
of those roles would be valid for that.
Okay. All righty.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ready to head out for the Independence then?
Back, by the way.
I think so.
Okay.
It cannot be worse than here, even with radiation.
Oh, don't say that.
So, this is going to be like, probably like 10 hours probably. So you guys have a little bit of time to like sit back, relax, just finally be free of that place and, not have to worry for a little while.
Whirl off into the, hog farm so he smells better.
Tinkering for fun and profit. If I smell like grease and hydraulic fluid, that's going to be a massive improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, did they change? This is just me maybe not getting confused between Ironsworn and Starforged. Did they drop the thing where you write down bonds when you're doing?
They did not. Well, they changed.
Okay.
Because there are bonds. However, bonds take quite a bit of effort in order to develop now.
Gotcha. Okay, so you don't just start off with like bonds and all other kind of nonsense.
No. But you do start off with a connection. We didn't really go over that, but
okay.
I feel like you guys probably we can sort that out later.
Yeah, that's fine. I wanted to make sure I hadn't forgotten something.
No.
All right.
Anyway,
cool.
So about 8 hours after you guys head out is when Algo pipes in over the comms to let you all know that there's a massive burst of radiation detected off starboard. And as you guys check through view screens and ports, that's when you see the massive hull of the Independence floating out into space. And if you're at viewports that have any sort of like overlay or anything like that. It is going to be giving you like, readings of the massive amounts of radiation that this is pumping out. Luckily, Cortex was able to get you guys all suited up for this. And what you haven't got together, or if there's any complications along the way, Nails has some medicine that she procured.
Hopefully.
All right. So, massive.
I'm sure we'll make it through okay.
Massive ship, orbiting just debris, following it along. Parts of the ship that have just been knocked loose or come apart, either because of like asteroid strikes or what have you.
So do we probably don't dock with this thing. Do we like spacewalk over to it, or do we try to take the shuttle over? What makes the most sense to people?
Which do you guys want to do?
Let's take the shuttle.
Take the shuttle.
Works for me.
All right, and I believe there is a move for using the shuttle.
Bill is
I
there.
know that it's super safe, but I have it as an asset and does give a benefit.
Yeah. Let's see. And I think it may just be a passive one.
Yeah, so your unarmed shuttle provides short-range transport for several people and equipment through space. When you travel to a location, not your command vehicle, you and your allies may take +1 momentum when you arrive.
All right. So yeah.
It just happens?
Yeah, so if
Nice.
you guys take the shuttle over, everybody gets +1 momentum.
Woohoo!
Sounds fantastic.
Officially speaking, what this does is let us do things like when we bring the shuttle back, it'll be a little hot, so we're just gonna keep it isolated for a while and dump it in water or something like that to kind of let it drain off, as opposed to us bringing a bunch of hot stuff right directly back on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Seems good to me.
All right. So at this point, the shuttle, you guys let it into the shuttle, take it over to the Independence, dock it with some minor difficulty to the docking bay. Looks like the shuttle mostly fits with their standard shuttle lockup. And here you are. So, you know that you guys need to get some of the star map data off of the ship. It is going to be probably in some sort of computer core. Also, I had forgotten about this, so I'll bring it up now. You guys gained some vital information for when you found the Independence. So that means that you're going to be marking progress on your vow.
So this is a troublesome one. So it ticks up 3 ? Can't remember.
Yeah, I think it's 3 boxes.
Nice.
And
is that on the that's on the Wayfinder, right?
Actually, a second. Oh. Okay. Yep, it was on the Wayfinder under the vows. And I was hoping that the mark would just mark it.
There it goes.
Well, I'm doing it manually.
It won't, because there's some missing stuff on there. It's nonsense.
Oh, that's fine then.
I am filled with rage at how these character sheets were created.
It's a very lovely experience for the people on the outside, but yeah, probably on the other side, yeah, it could probably be very unpleasant.
Like, this is a super, super easy problem to solve if you're writing a web app. Like, you just have standard controls, and you plug them in, and be like, okay, there you go. If there's a Roll20 successor that lets you bring in React components to make character sheets, whoever creates that is going to make money hand over fist.
I like it. There you go, Bill. Get on it. No, kidding.
Fuck, I'm not writing that. I know how to write it, which is why I'm not writing.
Yeah.
Uh,
You're saying it would make you money hand over fist and not be worth the soul drain? I kind of understand that.
I feel that.
Where is the... Oh, exploration moves. I'm going to take a wild guess that's in there somewhere. No? I lied. Where's...
What you looking for?
the resupply.
So if you want to take some time and resupply,
Yeah.
that's under the recover moves.
Oh,
Yep.
there we go. Oh,
There you go.
right, because
Good
sojourn, heal. Sure.
Uh-huh.
I'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
Unless we're
Which is-
playing... Go ahead.
Yeah. I was just going to say, scavenging for you is a witch roll.
Yeah. Unless we're planning on taking out the entire core and just hauling it all back, I'm going to poke around and see if there's anything else of use in here.
All right. So what do we? The computer's online.
Say that one more time, Bill. I'm sorry.
What do we need to get access to the computers?
So for that, it's just going to be figuring out where the computer core is. At this point, you may be able to do something to get a terminal up and running, but with, all the damage that's happened to this place, none of them are currently working. So, could try to reroute some power, or you guys could go hunting down the actual computer core and accessing it directly.
I will probably have to reroute some power, but I'm going to think like an engineer here. There's going to be technical manuals here on the ship that talk about how to repair everything. So I'm going to go hunting down that. And they might be electronic, they might have print, they might have something. But I'm going to basically look for the technician workstations and work from there.
All right. Well, that sounds like you gathering some information.
I mean, not Briar Patch.
That's wits. Yeah.
So that is a weak hit.
Information provides new insight, introduces a complication.
Yep. So take your momentum. Good news is, you have all the information you need at this point in order to get the access to the computer core. However, it has given you some bad information that data may have been corrupted because of the reactor core breach. So,
If we're looking for...
this might be slightly more difficult than first thought.
If we're looking for star map information off of this, is there some way I can leverage my navigator experience with that, since I deal with star maps on a regular basis?
Possibly.
And
Even to be able to kind of eyeball things to tell whether the data sets are complete or corrupted, or how to piece that material back together to try to compensate for the problem that's cropped up. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I'm just taking a look. Narratively, yes. Really, the best I could see is you possibly being able to use
making a repair to data set.
Yeah, well, yeah, is possibly facing some danger of losing data to corruption by calling on your devotion to.
I was going to say.
Yeah, and that would let you roll your heart.
Yes. Lord, as I seek this data on our holy quest guide my hands, guide my ears, guide my eyes.
Yep. So it sounds like Cortex and I'm gonna butcher this name at least once. Bayless?
Blaze.
Blaze. My bad. So Cortex and Blaze are working on securing this data. Earl is trying to see what he can scrounge up. Nails,
Probably.
what are you doing?
I was gonna say I would probably go with Earl, because if the others are staying here in kind of one spot, I'd rather be walking and keeping my eye out for stuff than playing with computers. So.
All right.
I got one other suggestion for Nails if you want. It's possible that there are interior pressure doors that need to be dogged down that aren't, that are letting radiation contaminated air circulate through the ship, or are otherwise just letting more radiation in than we would like. If we go close those doors and make sure that we have a good seal, we might buy ourselves more time.
So it'd be like a secured advantage thing, or what would be doing there?
Well, it could be aiding your allies too.
Yeah, you could do. Well, yeah, that rolls back to secure an advantage probably anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can either do that independently or I can do that, in whatever direction Earl's going.
Yeah, we could do it together, and you can be dogging down the doors while I'm going down through there, and So securing, yeah. So like what it basically does, if you do doing it to help everybody, you say you're aiding, but then you basically secure an advantage, and then whatever benefit you get goes to them instead of you. Does that make sense? So you can roll +1s over to people or give them momentum, stuff like that.
All of which are very.
Yep.
Are these still considered quest moves?
They're under adventure.
Adventure moves.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Well, since Bill is going to be away for a second,
we'll cut to the scourging.
Yeah, we can come to the scourging.
The scavenging and whatnot.
Yeah, so Margie, it sounds like if you're going along with if Nails is going along with Earl and just, helping, provide muscle, sounds like you are securing an advantage with your strength, which would mean you would roll iron.
Yep. I'm also looking for things that Earl probably is not looking for.
That's fair. Weak.
Oh.
Middle hit.
Actually, really kind of close in there,
Yeah, all tight.
Close to our most recent extremes.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, you thread the needle on that one. All right. So, Margie, you can either give Earl +2 momentum or give him a +1 when they roll for their scavenging.
Which would you prefer?
Even
where your momentum is, I was thinking you probably want momentum, but
I managed. Well, thanks to the ship thing, and I kept my hit to my spirit and raised my momentum back up off of Mike's thing. I'm at a 2. That would get me to a 4. It's super tempting, but I like the +1 just because my dice have been a little wonky. So I'll take that instead. So the +1 on the next move would be great, which is great, honestly, because you're getting.
As I'm going through and I'm opening and closing doors and making things secure, that means that you can move with just a little bit more speed and agility and focus on, what you're trying to do as opposed to focusing on.
Exactly. I got
personal safety in the ship.
It's nice when I got somebody got my back here. So I'm looking to probably do resupply, which is, I want to flip back over to I got the wrong one up right now.
You are scavenging, so it is +wits.
+wits, scavenging or crafting, lovely. Flipping back over to the character sheet here, we're going to dig a little bit, and I'm taking my +1 modifier. I'm just going to hit on 1. Hopefully that rings up right. And loop. Ah, whoo! And you know what, Margie? That plus
Look at that.
ties go
Yeah.
to the challenge dice, so that +1 is exactly what it took to get over the edge on this for a strong hit. So thank you, generous
Yeah.
companion. Resupply on the strong hit. If you are okay, I'm not worried about unprepared. We're not. If you are in need, okay. I don't. Can we go above? We can't go above 5 on supply, right, Mike?
Not unless you took that cargo bay option,
Right.
which we did not. However, if instead of taking the supply, if you wanted to get something specific.
Specific item or resource which can reasonably be obtained, and then take what's momentum. I like that. If we can, I'll happy to take any suggestions on what that might be. If this ship, like maybe it's set of like an old officer's tablet or something like that that's got access codes on it, or something that would help with the gate kind of a thing. But yeah, but any suggestions? That's just me brainstorming.
I think what you do is like you found like some guy who was really old fashioned and like to doodle and scribble his notes and stuff, and so you actually found something non-electronic that has notes on it, so it's not corrupted.
Somebody who decided that they kept all their passwords in a notebook.
All right. So how about for that, if you do take that, you'll get the +1 momentum. But you'll also get if there does wind up being some corrupted data.
Okay. Ooh.
It will allow you guys to be able to piece everything together, even with the corruption. So basically, mitigate.
I'll take it.
Mitigate some failure if winds up happening.
Effectively, I mean, I love the idea of this thing helping out with the mixed success that basically sort of helping mitigate the mixed success that. Well, yeah, mitigating the mixed success that we ended up with when we were grabbing the data on Bill's side of things. It's like, well, the data's kind of corrupted. Really? Huh? What are you? Well, it looks like a bunch of the access, the database to verify access codes and stuff is just like, huh? Hey, I got something back. I don't know. I can't make heads or tails.
Try typing this in.
Yeah, try typing in this. Well, I don't see how that's. Just try it. Well, that worked. All right, I'm definitely bringing this back. I'll meet you back at the airlock. We got something good. Yeah, I love it. I love it. That's great. I took the momentum and I wouldn't mind trying to gather information here, but honestly, I'd like not being soaked in radiation even more. So, yeah, I'm done with whatever we got going on. We can head back.
All right. So back to the shuttle for some decontamination.
Indeed.
All right. Bill, have you made it?
Yep.
Nice.
All right. So, did the two of you want to try to reroute some power and get access into some of the core data?
Yep.
All right.
When I get back, I just hand Cortex the notebook.
So, from a mechanical perspective, it sounds like Bill is securing an advantage, probably with some expertise and some technical know-how. So that's probably going to be a wits roll. And then Dave is going to be facing some danger of whether or not you're actually able to get the data without corrupting it.
So is my move taking a +1, or is that not accounted for?
No, that's not accounted for. You'd be giving Dave a +1. All right.
Uh-oh.
Yep. So, I will give you the two options. One is you could do this very slowly. So basically, there is some old corroded cabling, and the The correct answer is, oh, you can spend some time and completely reroute all of this. It's going to take you like an hour, and it's going to be very delicate work. While the radiation's all clocking in the background. So you could do that, and it will probably be fairly stressful for you. Or you can do it very quickly and dangerously, and probably get the hell shocked out of you as you get feedback into your suit through the electrical system. In which case, it's going to be painful. Would you rather it be long and stressful, or quick and painful?
We'll go for quick and painful.
All right. So, yeah. Grab those 2 ports, pull them together, and feel the shock through your arms. In which case, you're going to be enduring some minor harm. So that is -1 health. And if you would like to, you can roll health or iron to try and mitigate that. On a weak hit, you may lose 1 momentum in order to get back the health.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. All right, so Blaze, Cortex is holding those cables together, and you can hear the sizzling through his gloves. It's time to download that data.
Alrighty. That was going to be a face danger thing.
Is it possible that is this maybe a situation where the stuff that we brought back with the notebook might give him like a +1 over, or is it just because that was supposed to help with the corrupted data? So I'm wondering if that does, or was that helping the previous thing that Cortex was doing?
Oh no! So basically, what that's going to do is if he rolls a weak hit, it's going to mitigate the troublesome cost aspect.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool.
If he rolls a miss, it can at least let you pull through with the data.
And still deal with the costs and stuff like that. Cool. All right. Sweet. Love it. Thank you for explaining.
Okay, so when you face danger, calling on my deity for guidance and blessings, I roll plus the link stat, which is heart. So I guess let me do that.
This is how I handle databases, by sheer force of will.
So on a hit, I take +1 momentum or +1 spirit.
You haven't taken a spirit hit, so there's no place for that to go.
Yeah, so I guess I will take +1 momentum.
That's good.
Right.
We haven't used momentum yet, but getting momentum up high is a game changer.
It sounds like a useful thing. Yeah,
so good when it works.
Okay. So.
All right. So normally this would be a weak hit, in which case you succeed with a troublesome cost. But with the code book that Earl was able to scavenge up, that's going to mitigate that need for a cost. So,
we're able to tie directly into the backup systems to patch in the corrupted data.
Yep. So, well before Cortex has to worry about his gloves melting, you're able to get the data, pull out the data shard, and, at this point, you've got everything you came for.
Well, on that note, because I rolled a miss, is that a mark on a failure track, or
That is a mark on a failure track.
with 1 tick?
Just 1 tick. Because it wasn't a progress move.
Accumulating failure is like an epic quest to accumulate failure. That's how I like it. I'm gonna refer to it that way in real life from now on. I'm just on an epic quest to accumulate failure.
All right, and also because you guys have gained the vital support that you needed,
Nice.
you've acquired the critical resource of the star maps. That is another hit onto your Valtrek.
Nice.
All right. So, do you guys want to continue exploring the Independence, or is it time to get back to the ship, get cleaned up, and head over to the Ferros Gate?
I don't need any more radiation. How does everybody else feel?
I don't know that there's anything, unless someone has a good idea of something interesting we might find. I say getting to the gate is a bigger priority.
Yeah.
Oh, I will ask Earl if, even though his friend's map was outdated, is there anything near here that we should at least look at?
I don't. It's gonna.
Is captain's quarter anywhere near here?
Well, the captain's quarters, near as I can tell, would be right about there. And I'm pointing out one of the viewports, and I'm pointing at a jagged, gaping hole in the side of the ship.
Nice.
And the med bay, that tended to be a midships right there. Yeah, that the med bay tended to be that a midships area. You see that crumpled part there, just above that? Yeah, that would be the This thing didn't go down pretty. I don't know that. I don't know. I don't know how much more. If we wanted to go digging around the engineers' quarters, but that's going to be back by the engines. I don't need to go any further south than we already did.
Nope. I was just asking to see if there was anything quick and easy.
No, I don't think so. Let's head to the gate.
All right. Well, if we are heading over to the gate, again, not perilous, since you're kind of moving away from the peril at this point. So you have your beacon, that you had gotten at the Dementor space shards. You have your star map data from the Independence. Time to put some of that together and see if you can use it to interface with the Ferros Gate. In which case, I would say this is going to be a little bit of engineering on the via face danger.
Real quick, how long of a flight are we talking about? Just to get over there to the gates, a couple 3 hours, maybe something like that.
Yeah, a couple hours.
Okay. Hey, Algo.
Yes.
What
can I do for you, Earl?
Well, we got this information on the date. Once upon a time, you'd have gone through this thing, correct? Or one of these gates.
Yes.
All right. Can you help us kind of piece some of this together and see if we can't make heads or tails of it before we get there? I mean, we got this data from Blaze here and Cortex, and we know what went wrong with the Independence. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I'd like that not to happen to us or you. Can you help us out here a little bit? And what I'm looking to do is secure an advantage by the AI. This is the one thing I've actually got checked off for Algo here. Your AI module. Can we set the character sheet so that other people can see? Because in this case, at least, like Algo's something everybody should be able to access because he's part of the ship. The AI module keeps watch over the vehicle systems and sensor data. When you secure an advantage or gain ground, but gain ground is like a combat move. I'm not really worried about doing that right now, but when you secure an advantage by talking through a situation with the overseer, you can roll plus the vehicle's integrity, and if you do, take +1 momentum on the hit. So not only in addition to whatever else secured advantage does, it also lets us build up some momentum, which is good. But I thought I might do that on the way and make use of this guy while we're flying. Is that all right?
Yeah, no, that sounds perfect.
All right. Just help us piece all this thing together. That's what I'm looking. So I need to roll the ship's integrity.
Yep.
Right?
So you are rolling a +5.
Where is that? Like, where is it? Is there a?
It would be
It's on the ship's character sheet.
Yeah, it's on the
Gotcha.
ship's character sheet. Well, at least it should be. Anyway,
not.
it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
don't
just
worry. Don't worry about that. You can roll like
I can roll my
say-
health. It doesn't really matter. Anything that's a 5, really.
Yep.
Well, or you could just do a 5 modifier.
True. Where am I at here? I'll roll on. Oh wait, I wonder. Never mind. I'll figure that out later. Maybe we can customize the actual card so it's got like a roll on. I don't know. I can't remember if that does that. It doesn't really matter. I'll just roll health. It's right there. I'll click the button. Also, I need to move my supply. Our supply is currently a 4, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, because thank you, me. All right, cool. Well, let's see. So integrity of 5, and no modifiers. Boom. What do we get? Are you flipping kidding me? Another 1? My God, my dice. Still a weak hit, but still. Okay, so looks like I can take, and this is true for anybody.
This is why we don't like to have the GM roll certain things.
I know, right? Okay, I take a +1 to momentum, and I get a weak hit on the actual gather information thing. Is that, or not gather information? Secure advantage, right? On a weak hit, choose 1.
Yep.
Okay.
So you also, from your overseer, you get +1 momentum.
Yeah,
I
took the +1 momentum for myself. I would like to. Can the +1 just sort of be collectively for whoever makes the next move, since it's sort of a shipwide thing?
It sounds like an aid ally sort of thing.
Yeah. I'd like to roll that secure advantage out to whoever's making the next thing, just because, I'm actually asking Algo for some help and expertise on how we want to approach this gate and make the next thing. So I love the idea of rolling that +1 just up to whoever's got the next thing. So
Yep, and
I'm
after
good
you
there.
guys have a couple hours to travel, and when you arrive in, when you check in with Algo, it's going to be, yep, I have processed all of the data, and I believe I am ready to start interfacing with the Ferros gate.
Well, that's outstanding news, Algo. Hot
And
damn.
So at this point, we're just going to need somebody to interface with it.
The one downside.
That,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, was that the face danger roll that you said, or the security?
Yes, it would be. And Doyce has secured the advantage, so whoever rolls it gets a +1.
Sweet.
Also, I have kludged together the ship's health on the Wayfinder character sheet.
Nice.
Because let me see if this actually works.
Is it an engineering type thing that we're looking at, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Oof.
Did it do it?
Did work. It did work.
Wayfinder, conclude your progress, but whatever, it works.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't think it did. If you mouse over it, it says a 5 is just a 5. Like it says rolling 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It wasn't like a. Wait, did the challenge dice roll?
Yeah, the challenge dice did roll. Nope. I know what I did.
Maybe if you
Never.
hit it.
No. I was trying to go about this in a weird way, and I was like, oh yeah, no, that won't work, because you treat the roll as if it were the thing.
It might be right. I mean, maybe the dice just randomly came up 5s. That might be right. Hit it one more time and see if it comes up different.
The progress won't change though.
Oh.
Anyway, I have another idea in mind for it, but it's not important right now. We can talk it over on the forum.
What's the So this is is this more, did we go the route of like sort of a ship built through the asteroid, or is it one of the big rotating drum kind of things, or what's our Wayfinder 7 look, and what did we finally agree on the Wayfinder 7 kind of looking like?
I thought it was the kind of hollowed out asteroid that briefly became a floating mall or something.
Yeah, like an
Which is why it's really big, but it doesn't have a ton of useful.
the orbital space
parts to
station
it.
kind of thing. Like make it the space station for people who don't really care about space stations. Cool. I was just trying to, you know, uh, just visualizing it and visualizing the bridge and or what that might look like and stuff like that.
Back when it was the Spear of Ares,
The Spear of Ares.
and then Orbital Outpost number 7.
Oob. Good old Oob. Algo's seen some brighter days.
Well, that's the other thing was Algo actually originally part of this, or were they transplanted from a different ship?
Oh, that
Yeah,
entirely possible. Also, yeah,
even probable.
yeah.
Because I feel like this is definitely like Algo's still kind of on training wheels in this thing. It's like, yeah, I've been integrated into use the Wayfinder 7, but
My
I
legs.
still have some neural pathways that need to be adjusted for.
Well, if you need any
Oh my
help,
God, I can't believe they let cotton candy into the engineering room.
if
Do
you
you know how long it takes to get that out?
if you need any help clearing out your neuro thingies, just holler. Give a whistle
I will indeed.
if you whistle. So we're making a face danger. Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. So who wants to face the danger of opening the gate?
I will face that danger. That seems exactly the sort of thing that I would want to face.
Yeah. Do some navigation stuff.
Alrighty, so
You have a +1 from Doyce's roll.
okay. And am I? So you said it was an engineering thing, which would be wits.
Yeah.
Or is this another place where I can use my face danger using my devotant?
I do believe this entirely falls into your devotant's wheelhouse.
Okay, in which case I will use health, or not health,
Heart.
heart.
Oh, please roll health. Yeah. Jeez.
You're
Okay.
you're looking towards
That's-
your
no.
navigational god's blessings and guidance.
Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. Alrighty. Guide my heart, eyes, and hands. Let me. And I add a 1. Wow.
It's blue. I'll take blue. The little dot is blue. 7-7. Oh man, that is a tight roll.
Yes, it is.
So
I was gonna say this is
On it-
where I want to be able to, is there some chits we have can bump it up.
Yep.
So I will take the +1 momentum for that.
Yep. And I would say, right now, you've never done anything like this before. No one in this generation has done anything like this before. I would say right now you are definitely feeling the stress of being like, this is all on me. Oh my goodness. I am the only person that anyone has to rely on with this. Oh God. In which case, I would say go ahead and suffer -1 spirit.
Ooh. Okay.
And then if you want, you can roll spirit to try and mitigate that.
Roll my reduced spirit to try to mitigate my spirit loss.
Yes. Or alternatively, I'm trying to remember what it is. Alternatively, you can roll heart.
But right now.
Until
right
you
now-
get down to a certain amount, it's never.
Yeah. Okay.
Strong hit, so you can shake it off and gain back your spirit, or embrace that feeling and take +1 momentum.
I will move the spirit back up.
Okay. All right. So with that complete, after a few minutes of stress and worrying whether or not any of this is even doing what it is supposed to do, eventually the Ferros gate winks open with a brilliant flash of light.
Wow. I figured I'd be crawling over this thing for a week trying to get things plugged back in.
And I would say that opening the gate is definitely progress on your vow to open the Ferros gate.
That sounds.
Now,
I hope so.
I recognize. I think I see where you're going there. Yeah.
Yeah. So
here's the thing. It's advanced it, and it's made it really, really likely to succeed. But things can still be complicated. And
now we have to keep it open.
I'm remembering a line from Penny Arcade that said, "You know what? Nothing that's ever stepped out of a portal has ever been good news. No one's ever seen a portal open and said, "Oh yeah, I'm glad that came through."
I just do an all race you Avengers Endgame.
I
Okay,
did
that's
enjoy
fair.
what came out of those portals.
Those portals were cool. That's true. I'm just thinking of like
Thanos wasn't thrilled about it.
just saying we make the progress roll and we get double tens. It's like that's when the tentacles come through the gate. Like, oh, we got it open. Close it. Close it.
So
Close the blast doors.
the question is now, do you guys want to find out what's on the other side?
Well, yeah.
Of
I
course.
I don't want to speak ill of those that I've spent an entire lifetime with, but I wouldn't mind seeing the backside of this system for a little while.
All right. So
Isn't that what we signed up for?
It is
pilot
indeed.
it on through. And would somebody like to complete the vow?
I vote for not me. It's
I
just-
What do we need to do? What do we need to do to
So-
complete the vow?
On the vow on the Wayfinder sheet, what you want to do is where it has the track, there is a button that says fulfill, and you want to click that button.
It rolls the 9 boxes that we have completed, so it's like we rolled a 9, and then it rolls against the challenge dice to see how that stacks
And then-
up.
And then we see how that goes against the fulfill your vow move.
Okay.
No
And
matter what, you always get double tens on the challenge dice. So that's
always fun time. Always fun time.
I actually had that happen once. I was pretty disappointed.
I would be happy to do that unless someone else wants to do it.
No, you go ahead, Dave. You got it. You got us
Got
up
the
to that.
magic dice.
Yeah.
what were you saying?
What'd you say, Margie?
I was gonna say, yeah, he's already been volunteered for the job.
Yep. We get to blame you, right? We still managed to tie that 9. That's okay. Weak hit. I'll take it.
All right.
So what does that mean?
All right. So as above. So. All right. So you guys can't go any worse because this was merely troublesome. So luckily, the weak hit doesn't penalize you at all. So.
This is the fulfill your vow move. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
So Margie, if you want to actually look at it, it's under the quest moves. It's like the last thing in the quest moves box.
So you can mark rewards of your quest legacy track per the vows rank. So basically, on your character sheet, in the progress tab, there is a box called, or there's a track called quests. And you guys have completed a troublesome quest, which means you can tick one box, or not one box, but do one tick on the quest track.
So
if you just click the mark button, it'll do the right thing.
Okay, that one does work?
nice.
Okay.
Do we do that on our? Wait, are we doing this on our sheets or on the Wayfinder sheet?
On your sheet.
On our sheet. Never mind. I will.
As soon as one of those boxes is full, and it doesn't matter if it's the quest, the bonds, or the discovery, you get 2 XP.
Nice. Oh, that's different than it used to be.
It is.
So quests. Boom. Okay.
All right. And with that,
On the strong hit, your vow is fulfilled. Mark a reward on your quest thing. On a weak hit, as above, but there's more to be done. Or you realize the truth of your quest. Swear an iron vow to set things right. Take your full legacy reward. So we need to.
there's no going down from 1.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so basically on troublesome quests,
Oh, okay.
weak hits really don't count.
Gotcha. Which is
I can make a suggestion for what complication arises from this if you like.
And what's that?
We've got to dial back, so we got to do what we just did with the independence, but in a star system we haven't been to.
oh, to get back.
Ah.
So like we
And
go through
We go through and the gate closes.
and then the
behind
gate
us.
just shuts off, and we're like,
Oh.
Algo,
How do we die?
Algo, how you turn that back on? I have no access codes for this side of the gate. Well,
But
shit.
It's like, taking that one off ramp where there is no on ramp.
And now you need to find your way through the city in a bad neighborhood.
Oh,
to get to the-
That's the exit ramp down by the mall where you can go off, but you can't get back on the damn highway.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh god, I hate that ramp. Oh.
Ah. So, is that what you guys want to do?
I like that, Bill. I think that's a great idea. Like coming
That
through
does
it
sound. That does sound like a very fun idea.
and a
in
lovely
which
way.
case-
It lines us up for the next
Next thing.
thing.
So, how bad of a quest do you guys want this to be? I am open. I'm open to suggestions. Because
I will note, by the way, that the gate that's there behind us is still labeled Astrid, or is labeled Astrid now because I think you just copied
Yes,
it over the map.
no, it's the one that leads back to the Astrid system.
Oh, right. There you go. I understand.
We're in the Ferros system.
We're in the Ferros system.
I want to suggest this is probably a formidable vow, because we know the sort of information that we need, but we have no idea where to find it.
It feels like a step up.
And we don't know this at all.
That sounds
even know where we
perfectly
are?
reasonable. Ferros.
Find your way back through the Astrid Gate. Formidable. Yep. So formidable. That's 1 box per progress.
Hold on a second.
I think that's right.
You get to so if you complete a formidable vow, you fill 1 box. So
Or-
it's essentially 4 ticks.
Right. So instead of us jumping 3 boxes every time we made any progress this last time, we're doing 1 box at a time. So instead of needing to get like 3 good solid progress bits, we would need
More.
9 to get the same level of success, same chance of success we had, or I don't know. I've closed my eyes and took my chances as low as like 5 and 6, but that's
I did it on
dodgy.
4 once, and I got it.
God.
I did not feel good about it.
I was gonna say, until we start rolling better, no.
Yeah, that one was that 6 was, because the thing is, if it goes off, it's like, okay, well, you either just completely say, well, screw it, I can't get back that way. The only way we can get back through the gate is to find our way over to one of the other systems and come back through, because we just give up on it. Or you go, okay, we're going to keep working on this, but now instead of a formidable, it's now extreme, and we have to really go to town, which is blah.
Yep.
Okay, so we're got a new iron vow. Can we do any
Oh, and somebody actually has to do the swearing of it.
oh. It doesn't sound like the kind of thing that I would swear, but it also doesn't necessarily sound like the kind of thing that Dave would swear, because he wants to go out, not back. But I don't want to speak for you. But
I'll take it.
You'll take it?
Yes, to get them safely home.
Well, also, Dave still could, because
I'm not saying you couldn't.
you you have to get that information back too.
To get the information back to everybody else. No, yeah, that's true. I could, but I like the idea of Nails says, I got this.
All right. So go ahead, Nails, and roll your heart. Feel it in your heart.
Many overlapping. There we go. How's that?
Ooh.
I like. Oh,
Make up for my double tens.
So
that is
Mark,
great.
You get 2 momentum, so you're up to +5 now. And also, I'm going to give you at least one thing. You guys are still going to have to. This is through some perilousness, but Algos is going to chime in that he has been able to gather some information from the dates or from the gates nav beacon.
Nice.
And has identified an inhabited planet in the system.
Okay. I don't like the idea of planet. Like, that's good news, he said, trying to make it sound like it was actually good news. Yeah, you're emboldened. It's clear what you must do next. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, this is certainly a good starting place for you all.
It's a rocky world. We hear a voice calling out over on the radio. Adrian!
God.
Well, no,
Adrian!
it is a rocky world.
It's Rocky World.
No.
No.
Denied.
Thank you.
And,
Go ahead.
actually, hold on a second.
So
Let's-
where is? I'm confused here as to which of the move section.
That was swearing under Iron Vow is like the first thing under the quest moves, Margie.
Ah, okay. That's
So yeah, take a look at that guy. There aren't a lot of moves for each individual system section that you're in, like
yeah.
activities, but there's a lot all told. So yes,
Just sort of kind of getting myself oriented to which ones are where.
yeah. So yeah, the swear and iron vow is where it all kicks off, and actually I might have one too, Mike, just to end the. We can have our own, right? It's
you can have your own.
Okay. All right.
And you can have ones that are only shared between 2 of you, or between some of you.
Cool.
So, yep, if there is a vow that one of you guys wants to take up, all you basically have to do is just tell me what it is. Say, I'm swearing to do this.
I'm curious. You might have answers to this, Mike, but I'm gonna put you on the spot, or anybody else on the spot for this. Hey, Elgo. While we're getting this information out, you weren't on this ship originally, right? You weren't. Were you part of the Wayfinder back in the day, or are you from some other ship?
That is correct. I was part of a different ship.
Do you remember that ship? You said you had to get your neural whatchamajiggers all sorted out.
I have recollections of that ship.
You want any help sorting that out? I might be able to, if you were flying the skyways and all that sort of thing, we might pick up some stuff here along the way that help you kind of piece yourself back together.
That does indeed sound like it would be helpful.
Well, I don't like the idea of somebody going around like only half put together, even if they ain't got a body. So I'll help you out with it. I'd be happy to help you out with that. Give me something to do with myself, in between on all this black empty.
That certainly sounds like a formidable undertaking for you.
Sounds just fine with me. And is that also heart? It's heart, right? When I swear an iron vow,
it is heart.
The most informal iron vow that's ever been sworn by anybody. I'll help you out with that. I ain't got time on my hands. Sure. All right. What do you got here? No modifier. Yeah, no modifiers. Bloop. What do I got? I'll take a weak hit. It's better than red. I will absolutely take it.
Yep, and add it to your sheet.
Okay, I'll get it in here. How should I help Elgos Elgo? Sorry, not Elgos. You got me doing it now. Elgo, help Elgo rebuild their self.
Integration.
Well, I'm trying to think how I would say it though, and for me, I'm trying to rebuild their self. And it's a formidable. You said, Mike.
I feel like
That feels about right.
Yeah, like it's gonna take some time.
Yeah, I'm spreading this out over a period of whatever. And just out of curiosity, on a weak hit, I thought I got 1 momentum. That's correct.
You do get 1 momentum.
Well, look at that. I managed to get from 2 down to 0 and back up to 5, all in one system.
Momentum comes quick, but it spends even quicker.
I was going to say it goes a lot quicker than it spends.
All right. So, that's Ironsworn. We went through our first vow.
I actually had a vow, but I was waiting for that to resolve itself.
Oh, okay. No, go right ahead.
So I think as a player, my original idea of this had been that we would have like one of the few ships with FTL, and that's how we got from system to system, putting stuff back together. I think we kind of went a different direction with that. So in that case, I feel like getting the secrets of like non-jump gate FTL back would be an awesome vow.
That would be an awesome vow.
I like it.
And like these gates had to be put here somehow. So wherever and however we get that tech, I think we're interested in having.
Yep.
That's good stuff. I like it. I feel like there's even a possibility there down the road there may be some weird overlap between that and whatever the hell whatever ship Algo used to be on. So we might there might be interesting data caches out there that would be useful to both of us. That's cool.
Possibly, or
not.
Hidden memories Algo has.
Ooh, even better.
Mm-hmm.
How would you rate the difficulty of this?
I would say, since it's something no one has, I would say it's still probably in like that formidable like level. Doing what you guys are doing, some of these things probably are going to help you along that way.
Yeah. We're not trying to figure out how to build gates. That would be.
Oh yeah, no, that is definitely a
epic, like.
That is definitely an epic undertaking right there.
Yeah, love it.
And I got to roll to spread it up into my home to do that.
We're rooting for you.
This is honestly the part that I kind of liked, having all the moves on the sheet where you could just find a move and then roll it from there. But
that is nice. There's so many moves. Yeah.
That is true. But man, that would be a pain in the butt.
I feel like though
have to make all the changes.
Yeah, they kind of have that on the Ironsworn sheets though, don't they? Like a little.
They do.
It's a
do.
lot.
It is.
Take it out. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot, and basically, we'd have to kind of rebuild it from scratch.
Yeah, it would be like the assets.
Yeah.
Well, weak hit.
Get you something.
So there, same basic result as me then.
Yep.
So cool. That's a daunting prospect.
Yes, it is.
So it says envision a way to move forward. I have to think that the most likely place to find this sort of technology would be on military ships or like private prototype ships or something like that. So
that's cool.
All right.
I'm just sitting here saying I dig that, Bill. That is all I've got for you. I dig that.
So I have some thoughts for my character, but I'm not rolling again tonight. I'm gonna leave it on a high note.
That is perfectly fine. You did get the best roll.
And the worst, to be fair. Good job there. Yeah, I would say emotionally, Margie, you probably want to brace yourself for something that's that it's a little bit rougher. It's not quite mouse guard level, but it's definitely a little bit rougher because you can do more. You can spread the damage out a lot more across other people and stuff than you can sort of in mouse guard a little bit, but or you have more little hit point pools to pull from and stuff. But yeah, sometimes the dice are going to be like, ah. I noticed that.
Also means that it makes you sort of weigh the risk reward on even rolling for a gather information or an assist or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, is it worth the risk of this thing? Like, a lot of times the games are like, well, if you aid, then you're going to take some of the consequences. No, the fact that I'm aiding could potentially have consequences. You don't have to worry about like, oh, make sure that somehow since Margie helped me that she's going to take. No, her risk was when she stepped in to help, and she may have already paid a price. So once it gets around to whatever happens to me, it happens to me. So that does kind of simplify that exchange a little bit. It does make it's going to feel rough, I think. But man, Mike and I know Mike has, but I've played this thing solo, like Ironsworn, I should say, played it solo, and then I've been running it with a group of 3, and are actually 4 characters, and man, that spreads the impact out a lot than when you've got one character who can take all the hits. Having extra people is a huge benefit sometimes. Well, cool. I'm happy. That's the game once it hits the ground is the story is not where a little bit like Bill. It went in a very cool way that I wasn't necessarily expecting right away. So that's really cool. I love the fact that we're kind of trapped in the next system over already. That's pretty cool.
You just got to step back and let the dice be merciless to you, and just ride with it.
Yep, a little bit. I mean, it is a Indiana Jones kind of fail forward while you're getting the crap beat out of you. Kind of.
The gates seem to be drifting further and further away.
Yeah, no, that doesn't matter. I was just wanting to be like to
give us room.
To put them. To put them equally at the edges of the map as the Astrid gate.
No, that's fine. It was just like they moved a little bit, and then we had some conversation. They moved a little bit further.
What would be funny is if like we rolled like a 10, like double 10s on the challenge dice, and then he moved the gates. Like, oh my, it's like nope. The gates.
Like,
the gates react to our presence.
Remember when that gate was in this system?
Remember when we didn't need a gate to get to the gate?
Oh my god. All right.
By the way, did you guys happen to see, I hit the show players button, but I don't know if it actually showed up, did the Ferros info come up?
Yes, I did. Okay. And it's now showing as a handout in the in the journal.
I didn't see that, but I am looking at it now. Oh, look at that. Sweet.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That is the basic information that you got from the sensors.
Perpetual
because
night.
Yes, there are different oracles for rolling and just giving you like surface level details, and then when you get down into it, what else is going on? Because let me tell you, there's a lot more info on that world. Y'all are in for a treat.
Yeah, I love being on planets.
Mike, I'm checking in to see how your other work is going with regard to the stuff you've had to put in for this game. Like, is this still a good workload? Are we doing okay? Or
no, this is actually really fun. Like, I am also working on that other thing, which is like
less fun.
I almost quit on it last week. I had told myself I was going to. I had played some games online with some friends rather than doing anything. And then, like, that just took a bunch of stress off.
Nice.
And that's why I think I sat down and did, like, card artwork that I think I posted on the forums. I did not post on the forums. I'll throw it into Discord really quick.
It seems to me, and this is what I found. I mean, I don't know. It's what I found with running the Ironsworn solo stuff is like this thing. With this, you're sort of Mike's. You're probably plotting out like settlements and stuff out a little bit ahead of time. But aside from that, the mechanics of the dice and stuff actively discourage prep work, almost to a certain extent. You can think about it, you can kind of think about the game and just sort of whatever, but the dice have very strong opinions that they want to share about
Yes, they do.
how things are going to go. Are you making any use yourself out of like the oracles and stuff that are in the are the oracles provided? Are they complete yet for the beta version of the game?
So no, they are not.
Okay.
Like the you guys have the same oracles I do.
Okay. Gotcha.
Which is in the thing, which it gives a lot. It gives like the same thing as with Ironsworn. Like you have the action, the theme, the descriptor, and the focus tables.
Where are
and
they?
those are in the oracles preview in the Google Drive.
Oh, in the Google. Okay, I was looking on the sidebar thing. Yeah, never mind.
No. I did not put them in there. That would have taken
ages. Yeah.
a really long time, and I was not up for that.
Yeah.
And there are some stuff like some location oracles, which give us some fun stuff. Like the fact that this place just has like an orange sun
Nice.
is part of those. It could have been a black hole.
Oh, I'm glad you got it done.
Super fun. Yeah. No,
That's only like 3 out of 100 that has that chance.
I was actually listening to There's a podcast from the creator of the game and his adult, also a game designer son, and I'm listening to the second to last episode that they've recorded, which was back in March, right when the lockdown first started happening and stuff. And their supply is at 1. It goes to 0 during the course of the session, and they finally find like they're like, let's just say that this they roll like an oracle to see what they run into, and it's like a guarded mountain pass. And like, cool, it's guarded. That's a community. We can restock from the community. And they get in there and they go, okay, cool, and they get a little like, let's find out what their issues are, like what's going on with this community. And the first thing they roll is short on supplies. And they're like, and it's a table of 50 individual elements, and they roll short on supplies. And the guy Sean is just like, who the hell designed this game? What the hell, man? Like, yeah.
It's funny because he did.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes it particularly rich.
On the note of supplies, I will say the more supplies we have, the better of a diplomat I am. So,
yeah,
look for the opportunity to stock up, because like when we're full, I will be rolling to negotiate with people at +5.
Yeah, which is awesome. And 4 isn't certainly bad, but yeah, I've been trying. I keep trying to get where I can get the resupply, but I wanted to get the rolls in first, so hopefully we'll get something here soon.
Which did work out for you.
Yeah, it did. I'm very pleased about that. So
I did kind of want to try to like work in the first session like an entire like the idea of what happens whenever you guys are like, I want to do this vow. What is the gameplay loop of the quest?
Yeah, that's very, very smart. Thank you.
Because yeah, what was it? Basically, the rubric that they've given is like a troublesome quest is like 1 game. A dangerous quest is like 2 to 3 games. Formidable is 3 to 4 games.
Yeah.
Extreme and epic is like
a campaign.
10 plus games.
Yeah.
Because when you're only doing like ticks on a box, that takes a lot and some dedication.
Yeah. It's a good plan. Like it doesn't. That's probably a lesson learned, honestly, from Ironsworn, because they immediately have you start up with a background quest that's either epic or extreme, and you're not gonna close that out. Like that's your campaign quest right there.
Oh yeah, that is your character's motivation for what they're doing.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, and then, how about we'll just immediately do a troublesome quest right at the beginning that's, something you can...
Something bite-sized.
Yeah, something bite-sized, like, go help these guys. Go and find out what you can do to help. Something, Anyway. Well, awesome. I'm going to stop recording.